What's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is March 22nd, 2024, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. Alright guys, so we have some breaking news updates, some very important information coming out. If you can, please share this video. And it says here, the Bear Country declared biblical war under yellow and blue today. Very important information coming out. Once again, the bear really declared biblical war. We have a lot more information coming out here, guys. If you can, please share this video. Breaking alert, report from Greece. NATO soldiers out in the bear strike last night. This is biblical war. NATO soldiers out last night strike. And I stayed up till like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. We did post that video last night. More breaking news updates. NATO Alliance is ready to go one-on-one with the bear. We have more breaking news updates. Very important stuff here. You have the leader of the bear said when the sleeping giant and NATO joined, it became war. So you have the bear gov said this. Yes, it began as a special operation. But when the sleeping giant and NATO became participant and stick their nose in our operation, became a participant in this on the side of the yellow and blue. For us, it already became a biblical war. This was an operation. The sleeping giants stuck their nose in their business. How many operations does the sleeping giant has been doing for the past ever since WW2? The sleeping giant has gone into 80-something different land. And now once has the bear got involved, stuck their nose in their business. Maybe 2 or 3 when it comes to Syria. But again, the sleeping giants acting like they are the innocent, the angels, and the bear are the evil. Wake up. Wake up. The sleeping giant is really going to take us to WW3. They just passed a bill of $1.2 trillion. A lot of that, you know what, is going to go to WW3. You have Green. She's filing for some kind of removal of Mr. Johnson. She's saying he has to go. He has to go. People need to start waking up. Start waking up. If you think the yellow and blue are the innocent one, people don't know what's going on. This is a game of chess. This is not checkers. This is chess. Only a few know what's really going on when it comes to this game of chess. The bear is putting their foot down. Last night they sent a message to NATO. You bring your camouflage in this operation, you're going to see something. Last night was one of the biggest events. The yellow and blue got hit, and it got hit hard. Today, the bear declares war. NATO said they're about to go in. And once again, breaking news. I want to bring this up really quick here. Once again, it's the $1.2 trillion that was passed. I want to bring up that information. I think it's this one right here. You know what's $1.2 trillion? I mean, that's, again, that's huge. 1.2 trillion. Here we go. So you have Mrs. Green. Here's Mrs. Green. I mean, Mrs. Green is like, nah, we gotta do something about this here. So you have Mrs. Green once again. And this is the house. Man, they just passed a 1.2 trillion. Wow. That doesn't secure our southern region. Oh. Wow. There is a lot of information on that one. All right, guys, so we're going to see what's going on here. But once again, please share this video. We're going to go with this one first. All right, so let's go with this one. All right, let's go with this one first. So you have the Bear Gov today said, we are now at biblical war. And everyone must understand that. This is a first. The Bear has, for the past 2 years, called their events with the yellow and blue a operation. Listen, it's an operation. But the sleeping giant, they want to use the name invasion. All right? But the sleeping giants, those same sleeping giant that is calling this an invasion, they're having a hard time saying that our region is being invaded. See, they don't want to say that. They don't want to say that TX is being invaded, but they will say the yellow and blue is being invaded. All right, once again, this is a first. The Bear has, for the past 2 years, called their conflict with the yellow and blue a special op to secure their borders and to cuff the Bear civilians who called it a biblical war. Now it says here, after 750 plus days of biblical war, the Bear escalated its campaign last night, striking the yellow and blue with over 180 missiles and, you know what, targeting power plants and others. Today, they warned the E-blank with catastrophic consequences over using the Bear frozen assist to aid the yellow and blue. I talked about that last night. I did post a video over Grand Supreme News. I warned in that video that the Bear will take the sleeping giant to biblical war if they touch the Bear frozen funds. The Bear has warned that the sleeping giant NATO is pushing the world towards a NUKE abyss, and they blame sleeping giant NATO powers for the event. Is this the beginning of something bigger? Was France right to ready their camouflage for this biblical war? Well, here's the thing. They are provoking the Bear. They are. This is something that they should have never stuck their nose. This has, again, this is between the Bear and the yellow and blue. That was their problem. But the sleeping giant, they got involved for some reason. Don't know why, but they just want to get involved. That's who the sleeping giant are. We get involved. We get involved in everything. If there's war going on the moon or Jupiter or Saturn, we get involved. We tell the aliens, you want HIMARS? You want nuke? We will give it to you. We get involved. If there's something going on in the black hole in the universe, we get involved. If there's something going on in the Milky Way, we get involved. Because, again, that's who the sleeping giant are. We get involved. Man. Oh. Was France right to ready their camouflage? Well, they should, because they're the one who's provoking. Was NATO right to warn citizens to prepare for a biblical war? Well, you have all those sources talking about them. Again, people's gonna find Find out the hard way. They're gonna find out the hard way. Now a lot of people tell me, "Oh, Louis, you fought the bear." No. People just don't understand the game of chess here. I'm not rooting for no one. But again, it's common sense. Who's the good? Who's the bad? Breaking alert. NATO soldiers out. There you go. The question is, why is NATO soldiers in the yellow and blue? Why? According to the leader of the yellow and blue country, he said only 37,000 yellow and blue forces were taken out in the past 2 years. 37,000. That means that they should still have like 300,000. So why do they need NATO soldiers in the yellow and blue? It goes to tell you Mr. Z is lying. 37,000? He meant to say 370,000. Oh, man. According to reports from the Greek media, numerous NATO camouflage have been out in the bear strike last night. Meanwhile, Dmitry, the bear leader, right-hand man, declares that it is now a biblical war against the NATO and Sleeping Giant, and not just operation in the yellow and blue. No more operation. That's it. There's no more operation. It was an operation at the very beginning. No more. The yellow and blue has opened the door, allowed NATO to come in. No longer an operation. Guys, when a Sleeping Giant got hit in 2001, and a Sleeping Giant went and showed no mercy to those who did that, did a bear get involved? Did a red dragon stuck their nose in their business? No. No. I just feel very, very, very sad that so many are deceived. I see more bumper sticker of the yellow and blue. I'm like, and then you ask them, why are we there? Well, because the TV shows all these things. You know, I can make videos and stuff like that, like showing all these things, and people is going to be like, wow, I never seen this video. Where did you got this information? Call of Duty, Black Ops. I mean, you can make videos. I mean, they have things out there that you could create, and many will be, it just, believe half of what you see, and no, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Put it like that. All right, so it says here, so once again, based on our analysts, this move could be interpreted as the beginning of WW3. All right, like I said, millions is gonna learn the hard way. They're gonna learn. The bear military op in the yellow and blue has turned into full-fledged biblical war. After the Sleeping Giant NATO became a participant. There you go. There you go. Sleeping Giant stuck their nose in someone's business. You know, that's the saying that a lot of people is like, you know, I don't want to stick my nose in their business. That's their relationship. I'm not, you know, my parents talking all that, you know, I'm not going to stick my nose in there. Again, people just walk away. They don't want to get involved, right? No. Just imagine a world that we do get involved. I mean, what do you get out of it? Headache, anxiety. You ain't gonna find peace, I tell you that. So, again, sometime when it comes to certain business out there, sometimes it's good to not get involved. But the Sleeping Giant is gonna get it. The Sleeping Giant is gonna get involved. Gonna drag us to WW3. Yeah, and is all for the yellow and blue. We're gonna do it for the yellow and blue. Yeah! What is the yellow and blue? So, okay, the bear capital will continue to pursue its goal of ensuring that the yellow and blue expert cannot pose a warning to the bear citizens of territory. The spokesman told, I'm going to skip that name, the newspaper, noting that the land now has 4 new federal subjects which must be protected and fully liberated from the yellow and blue capital forces. So you have this person stress that the bear cannot allow the existence on its border of a state that publicly claims it will seize the Crimea Peninsula as well as the bare new territories, referring to those regions. So you guys know that NATO is saying we will not allow the bear to take those territories. Well, again, Sleeping Giant has taken territories too. Sleeping Giant has been, again, Sleeping Giant also annexed Texas. Texas was its own country once. They had their own currency that lasted 10 days or something like that. Texas was its own country until the Sleeping Giant came and annexed. Did the bear get involved? Did the bear said, hey, we're not going to allow the Sleeping Giant to take Texas? Just imagine the bear saying that. Alright, so it says here, you have, we are at biblical war, this person stated, explaining that while the event began as a operation, and I've been saying it since the very beginning, an operation, but so many are saying it's a invasion. Well, yeah, if you listen to the TV and listen to those in the spotlights, yeah, they're going to say that. But those who do research, you guys know what's, really going on. So this is an op. As soon as the collective Sleeping Giant NATO became a participant in this on the side of the yellow and blue, for us, it became biblical war. In a phone conversation with journalist, this person explained that despite the biblical war de facto turning into a biblical war legally, it remains classified in the bear as a operation and that nothing has changed in that regard. So what's next now? What's next? Well, here's someone very important. You have a NATO, very important person here. This person, I'm going to skip his name, the chair of the NATO Military Committee has said that the NATO are prepared for a biblical war with the bear. Why? 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 This has nothing to do with NATO. This has nothing to do with the Sleeping Giant. That was between the yellow and blue and the bear. That was their business. Their business. And now they're saying they're gonna get involved. Well, what's the aftermath? The aftermath of all this. What's gonna happen? The sun could be blocked. The water could be bitter. The atmosphere could be impacted. Possibly billions out. And many hiding in caves and underground for years. Because what's going to come out of all this is mushroom clouds all over the region. Everybody's going to be launching 4th of July fireworks on steroids. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for the yellow and blue? Man, it's worth it for the yellow and blue, right? So, man. So you had this person, very important person for NATO, in an interview with Army Inform, as reported by You know what? Let's see what's going on here. Details. This person stated that NATO acknowledged a change in the security situation in 2014. Following the bare occupation of Crimea in 2019, the Allies began to return to collective security by changing their defense strategy, operational planning, and the forces required to carry out all of these missions. Now, this started 2014. Actually, it started way before that. A lot of this has been going on for many years, even in the 90s. A lot of people don't know it because, again, not too many do research. And again, I'm not trying to bash no one here, but again, a lot of people believe that all this began 2 years ago. These type of stuff been going on for many years, many years. Even the collapse of the Soviet Union, you know what, during the time of Ronald Reagan and all them. But the sleeping giants, they won in the 90s. All right, you had the Soviet, again, they collapsed. But it seems like it was not enough for the sleeping giant. The sleeping giant were not satisfied with that. The sleeping giant wants to eliminate the bear forever and ever. And that's it. No more bear country. They want to take the bear country and divide that big monster region and split it into possibly 10 more kingdoms. Their goal is to take out the bear, wipe him off the map. The bear said, and the bear knows this, the bear said when that day comes, nobody wins WW3. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. So this thing been going on for many years. So it's not something that's 2 years ago. It's been going on for many years. Alright, so it says here, quote, we are all aware that time is of the essence when it comes to reestablishing collective security because the enemy determines when and where to strike, as well as the length of the biblical event. Unfortunately, the yellow and blue has experienced this. Are we ready? Answer: yes! Our primary task is to be prepared. If this happens today, you must stand up with what you have. It is always a combination of being ready for today and improving opportunity for the future. I'm trying to figure out why the bear has not done anything. People's gonna be like, oh, the bear took certain regions from the yellow and blue. Here's the thing. That yellow and blue belongs to the bear. 99.9% of those people in the yellow and blue speak the bear language. So it's their region. They just became independent, that's all. But the sleeping giants saw, well, they became independent. Maybe we should have them join our side. And maybe we could teach them the abomination. Teach them about all these things that we celebrate here. You know, the month of June. We should spread it to that region. And then we could spread it to that region and that region. And we all could become a happy abomination. The bear's like, you better take that somewhere else, man. You better take that somewhere else with that Fruity Pebble stuff. When asked about NATO readiness on its eastern flank, where the most potential, exists, he recalled how the NATO has increased its presence in the Baltic since 2016, as well as in Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Bulgaria since the event of full-scale biblical war in the yellow and blue. That's really messed up with all those land just walking away from the bear. When you see many walking away from the bear, obviously something is up. And when I see a big massive group joining forces, I stay away from them, because that's where trouble is being built, because they're the one that is seeking for WW3, not the bear. We now have 8 such combat groups, each with a battalion, and they can be combined to form a brigade if necessary. The relevant land are constantly collaborating on this mechanism. We will consider additional requirements, but so far this is sufficient, this person said. He went on to say that modern biblical war has additionally diminished, such as cyber or space events, and that the bear can wield power in the Arctic, the NATO Atlantic Ocean, sleeping giant Atlantic Ocean, Africa, the Mediterranean, and other regions. It will be foolish to focus solely on the eastern flank because the bear are not just there, they are everywhere. The bear are everywhere? What about the sleeping giant? Is the sleeping giant everywhere? No? 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 Well, the sleeping giants got all their stuff out there right in front of the red dragon territory. The sleeping giant got all their stuff in the yellow and blue. The sleeping giant have all their stuff, believe it or not, they have all their stuff out there in Europe. They have all their stuff Mediterranean. They have all their stuff in the red, hot region, the sea. They have all their stuff in other territory like Haiti. Or what about Mexico, Sleeping Giant have all their stuff all over the place. Actually, we have Sleeping Giant inside our homes. Alexa? Actually, Alexa is somewhere in the house. But you guys already know, the Sleeping Giant is all over the place. Even the phones that you're holding. It says here, he also stated that he was not concerned about the prospect of increased warning from the bear following the bear leader winning. Because the biblical war in the yellow and blue weakened the bear. The bear is not weak. The bear is not weak. Actually, they got a lot stronger. Because they backed their currency with gold. So they're a lot stronger. The sleeping giant are weak. Don't believe me? Sleeping giant citizens are struggling to buy food. And the replenishment and modernization of its boots will be complicated by sanctions, which is impacting major regions in various parts of the world. Don't believe me? Cuba. Don't believe me? Haiti. And other regions too. They could tell you there is shortage going on. We can see that the bear has the capacity to produce large quantities of equipment, but their quality has been steadily declining since the start of the biblical war. They have plans, but they are at biblical war, so they will need plenty of time. It will not be easy for them. You know, it sounds... I'm sorry to say this, but man, I mean, it's hard for me to believe that. Man, the bear just hammered the yellow and blue, but the bear doesn't have nothing. Have you seen what happened last night? All right, guys, I'm going to skip the rest of this, but man, I mean, that's where we at right now. The bear's weak. The bear has nothing. Have you seen what happened last night? I do believe that the bear has a lot more very, very powerful equipment. And again, a couple of people has been posting videos that the bear is going to have 400,000 more camouflage ready. The yellow and blue, they don't have that number. They don't have that number. That's the reason why NATO is going to get involved. Now, yes, NATO might have more equipment because it is NATO and the Sleeping Giant. But the Red Dragon said they're going to get involved. The Red Dragon said they will strike NATO. That's like the first time hearing something like that. The Red Dragon versus NATO. Buckle up. This is going to be a big ride. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Once again, for those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path, and that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Sunday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for he's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.